Yesterday I made a trip down to our local farm stand to go grab some grapes, but they are not quite ready yet this year. So instead I got some more peaches. I was really lucky because they had a bushel full of seconds or number 2 peaches, which are the ones that aren't perfect. They have spots and stuff wrong with them. I don't mind taking off any of the bumps and bruises and any of that, especially because of what I'm planning on making with them today, which one is peach barbecue sauce, so it's all gonna get boiled down and pureed. And the other thing that I'm making is peach fruit leather. The peach barbecue sauce is coming out of this book, Freeze Fresh. This is written by my friend Crystal of Whole Fed Homestead. She is amazing, and all of her recipes are amazing as well. I have not tried this yet, but I know it's gonna be good because so far everything I have tried out of this book has been delicious. So I am gonna make this as stated here, and I'm gonna freeze it, so I won't be spending a lot of time in the canning process, which is really nice. I may double this, actually. Yeah. I need to grab some jalapenos for the peach barbecue sauce, so I'm headed out to the garden. Our corn harvest this year was a little bit of a letdown. We were able to get a lot to eat fresh, but basically what we normally would have preserved, the raccoons ate. So we didn't preserve any corn this year. The harvest right now is finished, so we're gonna cut those back, and then I am going to leave the roots down in there. Kian is gonna machete these corn stalks as one of his very favorite jobs. Leave like 6 inches on the bottom.
Okay.
We just wrapped up chopping back some of this corn, and there's a bunch of debris on the ground now. So we have a couple options for that. And I was debating back and forth what to do with all this corn stalk stuff, and I decided it would make a really nice mulch underneath all of my squash plants, which are right here, which makes it really convenient, and it's going to save me some time. So I'm just basically going to put it all underneath the squash as a mulch, and then I'll have this area open for planting. So things have been really busy around here. I already did one batch of salsa 2 days ago. I need to do another batch of salsa today. It's 6:30 right now. I'm gonna do like an hour of this, and then I'm gonna go work in the garden for an hour while it's kind of cool, come back in, and I'll finish up. It'll probably be a late night tonight. Right now I'm just by myself. My family's not here to help me, so it's gonna take me a little bit longer than usual. So I'm gonna get started. I didn't get quite as far as I wanted in the kitchen, but I did get the tomatoes washed and about half of them chopped up, and now it's time for me to be outside, which is good. I need some outside time. And I'm planting provider bush beans today. It's gonna be my first time ever planting green beans in the fall. They are supposed to mature within 50 days. However, when you go into fall, you have to add more time to that because the daylight hours are getting shorter, it's getting cooler. All of those things make it so it takes a little bit longer to get to maturity. So I'm hoping these mature in time by our average first frost, but if not, it's not a big deal. They are a legume, which means they're going to fix nitrogen in the soil even if they die early. So either way, it's a win-win. I would like to have green beans, but if they don't go, it's not a bad thing. I wrapped up the salsa from last night. It was a very late night, and I vowed to myself when I woke up this morning and was so tired that I will never do that again. I was wanting to get through that salsa and get it done just because I didn't want my tomatoes to go bad. So today what we are going to do is a very light amount of preserving. We're gonna pick our peppers, and then I'm just going to chop them into slices, and we're going to freeze dry them. Looks good.
Once a day for 10 years, I thought that I lost my watch because I can't remember which.
Yeah, first, just straight from those.
Yay! Whoops. We'll just eat that one. Okay. Close the door. Hit continue. Close drain valve.
Over the last couple of days, we have been prepping for planting fall crops inside our caterpillar tunnel. I still haven't planted anything yet because the prep work takes a while. So what we've been doing is we spent a couple of hours one day weeding in here, and we got most of the weeds out, and then we added some compost to one of the rows that I'm going to plant today. I'm planting broccoli. I have not had a lot of good luck with broccoli in the past. I've been able to get it to produce a couple of times, but I'm feeling really good about it this year because I'm planting two different kinds. One is a hybrid and one is an open pollination type. I have heard really good things about this hybrid, specifically from friends I have in the area that are gardeners and market gardeners that have grown this variety of broccoli, so I know it will produce in our area. And then the other one, the open pollination one, is kind of just a test one. Really love the idea of open pollination just because the end goal is to be saving seeds, but then again, I've never had really good luck with an open pollination broccoli. Broccoli is a very heavy feeder, so in addition to the compost, I'm also going to add some blood meal down onto this row. And then I also am making sure my soil is more balanced this year and it has everything else that it needs. Like, in addition to the nitrogen, I'm making sure it has the right amount of phosphorus and potassium. And I've always been a little low on my potassium, so I added some to this row. I am also adding a product that I've been testing this entire summer, and it was sent to me by this company. I did not purchase it myself, they just sent it to me as a gift, and it's called Ultra, and it's by AgriGrow. I tested it for a long time because I didn't want to recommend it unless I really liked it, and I actually really do like it. It's a soil prebiotic, which means there's no living things in the bottle, but when it hits your soil, it uses the native good microorganisms in your soil, and it gives them something to feed on, and they grow a lot, which in turn helps your plants to be more strong and resistant to pests and grow better and all of those things. So you have to make sure that both your soil is really healthy with all of the regular things and all of the micronutrients, and then this last thing is the soil prebiotic Ultra. So that's what I'm adding to this row. The Ultra, it is a water soluble thing, so you can either spray it on like foliarly, or you can drench the soil, and my preference has been to drench the soil with it, so I'll do that prior to planting.
having fun?
I'm having so much fun. I love being up at 11:49 at night making ketchup. This is the best.
I sense a little bit of sarcasm, but we'll pass on that for now.
I'll be grateful for it later. We finished up the ketchup last night. I got 14 half pints canned. That's what I can fit in my water bath canner. And then I set aside a whole bunch of ketchup because I wanted to make some barbecue sauce with the ketchup. And if you already have ketchup made, you skip a whole bunch of steps in making the barbecue sauce, and it makes it a lot easier. So over the years, I have tried many barbecue sauce recipes for canning, and with each one of those, I have been so disappointed in the results. I just don't like a lot of them. And so instead this year, I'm using this ketchup, and I am using a recipe that I found online just randomly. I hope it's good, but I don't know if it is or not. And it is not a canning recipe. So my intention is to freeze the barbecue sauce instead of canning it. And hopefully I will be able to get a finished product and result that I actually like and I am happy to eat. The other reason why I'm not gonna can it, even though I'm pretty sure it would have enough acid based on the fact that this is canning safe, is that I'm using some of my homemade apple scrap vinegar. And that's a big no-no when canning, just because a lot of times when you're adding vinegar, you're doing so to make sure it's acidic enough to make sure it's safe. I will be freezing today's end result, and I'm really excited about it because I feel like based on all of the reviews, this is gonna be a good one. So I'll let you know. I don't think so. It has been about 24 hours since I made the barbecue sauce, and I like it so much better than some of the canning recipes. However, I wouldn't say this is like the best barbecue sauce ever in my opinion, but it's way better, so I'm keeping it. I'm just really particular about my barbecue sauce. I know everybody likes something a little bit different. Cam told me yesterday, we were taste testing, and he's like, it needs more vinegar, it needs more vinegar. He really likes the vinegar-based barbecue sauce, so it's really just depends on who you are, what kind of barbecue sauce you like. So I put all of the barbecue sauce in my cold room to cool it off, and today I'm putting it into the freezer containers that I have. I am using plastic containers. You can use plastic or glass or whatever you want, just depending on your preference. I have used glass in the past, but I have had too many broken jars in my freezers. So I use mostly plastic now, which means I have to wait until it cools off completely before I put it in that plastic container and label it, and then that's it. And so just put it in the freezer and have it for later this year.